If you're like me, you're thinking, man, when is God going to say anything? Like, it's been 38 chapters. I don't understand why God hasn't said a word. This man has been going through it. People are coming at him left and right. He done lost everything. And God has not said a word until now. Up until this point, Job spoke. Mhm. His wife spoke. His friend spoke. Elihu has spoke. But God never said a word. And so now in chapter 38, God speaks with a vengeance. I mean, he's not whispering, he's really loud. He comes like a whirlwind in a storm. Why? Because storms demand attention. And so God said, I'm going to get your attention, period. He doesn't he doesn't defend Job's why. He doesn't defend his friends' narratives. He speaks from who he is. So, welcome back to the Job Files Faith Under Fire. We are on chapter 38. Let's get into this thing. I got my notes, so grab yours too. God asked Job a series of questions in this chapter, not to humiliate him, but to reposition him. See, oftentimes we think that we're asked questions because the person wants to humiliate us or, trip us up. No, we're asking questions to reposition you. We want to know the truth, period. And so God is asking questions. Where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? Basically, I'm repositioning your thought process. Who are you? You need to know who I am, period. And so God is essentially saying, you are questioning my justice, but you're limited in perspective. You don't really know the grand scheme of things. You don't know everything. You don't know my plans, basically. God has the plans and he knows what he has in store for you. And so you're questioning me, the Almighty, and I am unlimited in wisdom because I'm God, period. And so these questions expose the gap between human understanding and divine authority. We understand on a certain level, but God has divine authority. And we don't like that because we want to control everything. I mean, think about it. When we were younger, we couldn't wait to get grown because now I can make my own decisions. I can do what I want and I'm in control of everything. I'm in control of me. Can't nobody control me. Well, when you give your life to God, you now surrender that right to do what you want to do because you grown. That part, which is so hard. It's really hard. And so God gives a couple points about his creation. He walks Job through the foundation of the earth, the foundation of the sea, the dawn and the darkness, and the storehouse of snow and hail, the stars, the constellations, the skies. Why does he do this? He does it because creation itself is evidence of God's order, his control, and his intentionality. God was intentional about everything that he created and meticulous about when and how it was created, including us humans. And so God is in ultimate control and he's intentional about everything. If God can govern the universe with precision, then he can govern Job's life. He can govern your life. He can govern your children's lives. He can govern everyone's lives, even when it feels chaotic. Man, listen, I'm in this place where everything seems chaotic. I don't know whether I'm coming or going half the time. I don't know whether life is up or down or left or right or sideways. And being totally transparent, I'm in this place where I'm numb, totally numb, like numb. And so in that place, you feel like you can't hear God. You feel like he's not close. You feel like everything has fallen apart and you don't have control of anything. You don't know how things are going to turn out. But God is in ultimate control. And the truth is, sometimes we don't believe it because what we see and what we feel is chaos when God is intentional even about the chaos. So let's keep going. The real issue isn't suffering, it's control, like I just said. Job wants answers. Lord, answer me now. But God wanted surrender. Okay, I hear you, Father. God does not accuse Job of sin here, not at all. He challenges him, his assumption that understanding equals peace. Just because you understand doesn't mean it's peaceful. Think about situations where a spouse has stayed after their husband or wife fell to infidelity. They want understanding. They want to understand why you did what you did. Because if you don't understand why you did what you did, then you're subject to do it again. And so they want understanding. But understanding why that person did that does not mean that you will have peace when it comes to that act or that thing that happened. You understand it, but you may not have peace, right? So, this is what God is trying to tell Job. And this chapter teaches us you don't need full understanding to trust God. You need to know who is in charge. Trust Him even when you don't understand. Trust Him even when you don't have control. Trust Him. It's hard, absolutely tough, but you got to trust Him. And so, the hard truth is, God questions expose something uncomfortable. Oh my God. Job wanted God to explain himself, but God reminds Job that he is not accountable to human reasoning. I don't have to answer you because I'm God. Mm. Now, as humans, if you are going to stay in that relationship, you have to answer. You have to be accountable for your actions. But God doesn't have to be accountable to anything. He's God. He's in control. He knows everything and He's assigned everything. Let's keep going. Faith isn't built on explanations, it's built on revelation and trust. You can't have faith in God if you don't trust Him. You can't have faith in God if you can't. It's impossible. And it's impossible to please God without faith. You have to trust Him to have faith in Him. And that's difficult. Now, granted, the word says we only need faith the size of a mustard seed. It's big. It's really, really teeny tiny. But with that little bit of faith, you still have to trust God and trust that He knows best. And that whatever you're going through, He's going to make that thing work out in your favor. Or He's going to make it work out so that you don't have to hurt anymore, so that you don't have to go through what you're going through anymore. So here's some things you can ask yourself when it comes to reflecting on this chapter. Am I asking God for answers when He's asking me to trust Him? Have I confused understanding with obedience? That's a big one. It's really, really big. Where do I need to release control and acknowledge God's authority? Stop trying to control the outcome and let God do that. Can I worship God for who He is, even when I don't get explanations? I can honestly tell you, I don't have explanations right now for my situation. But I was at church and I still worship God today. I still released unto God what was due Him. Was it a task? Was it difficult because I'm hurting? Yes. But I still gave Him the glory because I know that He's ultimately in control of it all. He told me what I needed to do in this season. I'm doing it. And then He revealed some things to me. And now I don't have answers for what was revealed. So trust God, have faith, and meet me next time for chapter 39. We have 3 more chapters to go, and I'll see you later. Be blessed.